Hi everyone! Thanks for tuning in to our new series of Blockchain Explainer, where we simplify everything that has to do with blockchain technologies. From cryptos and tokens all the way to the exciting world of DeFi and dApps. If you're still confused about what Bitcoin is, don't worry. In this first video, we're going to break down this complex concept and explain to you what are Bitcoins, where they came from, and why Bitcoin paved the way for new industries to exist and even compete with traditional ones. Legacy finance, which commonly reflects the traditional activities or entities that don't deal with cryptocurrencies, deal with cash. Now cash is backed up and printed by countries. The success of individual countries stems from the total supply and demand for their national products or services. The more successful the country is, the stronger its currency would be. Also, the more the country prints of those cash papers, the weaker the currency is. Enter Bitcoin. It is a decentralized cryptocurrency that was primarily used for sending and receiving money without the need for a middleman, using only the internet. Don't worry, we're going to explain all those fancy words. Unlike the strength system of which determines if currencies are strong, Bitcoin's price is determined purely by supply and demand. The more people buy it, the higher the price would be. Also, unlike paper cash, which can be infinitely printable, there are only 21 million Bitcoins ever created. This is known as the hard cap, which is encoded in Bitcoin's source code and enforced by nodes on the network. Bitcoin's hard cap is central to its value proposition, both as money and investment. The start of Bitcoin sounds a bit magical. On January 3rd, 2009, the Bitcoin network was created by an anonymous group or person called Satoshi Nakamoto. He is the one who mines the very first block of the chain, which is also known as block number 0. This is referred to as the Genesis block. This alone rewarded the miner back then with 50 Bitcoins. The value of one Bitcoin when it was first created was obviously 0, as there was no demand or supply for it yet. Today, one Bitcoin is worth around $55,000. Now you might be asking why? Well, it all has to do with supply and demand. Now let's talk a bit more about how Bitcoin works. Bitcoin is an online currency with a security system run by a massive network of total strangers. This is what decentralization and distributed computing are all about. The Bitcoin blockchain is an open ledger that stores a history of financial transactions. But blockchains can be adapted to store any kind of digital information imaginable, which means that systems like Bitcoin could be the future of all secure digital transactions. When you want to purchase something with Bitcoins, you send a request. That request is received by all the computers on the Bitcoin peer-to-peer network. These computers and their owners are called miners. Those guys scoop up the most recent requests into a block. The miners run the new block and the previous blocks through a set of calculations called hash functions. It's basically a competition with all the miners racing to solve a complex cryptographic puzzle. The first miner to solve a block is rewarded with some newly minted Bitcoins or are rewarded by a transfer fee. Other cryptocurrencies with similar infrastructures surface soon after. They are often referred to as altcoins, short for alternative coins. Each one is a different project with a different blockchain and offering. For example, Ethereum is another altcoin that integrates smart contracts. More on Ethereum in another video. Now to sum up, if your grandpa is asking you what is Bitcoin, you tell them it is an online currency not controlled by anyone, aims to remove the middlemen such as banks and financial institutions, and run by multiple computers across the world thanks to the internet. For now, those are the very basics of Bitcoin. If you have any questions, write them down in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Till next time, cheers!